Hi, welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. Okay, let's take a look here. Should have had this ready for you, but I didn't, so let's take a look. Current blood sugar, we're at 5.9, which is one below where I start treating for low. And I know some of you out there are saying, Mike, that's too high. You should start treating lower. Well, if we treat me lower, I drop very quickly. Okay, kind of within reason, up and down. But here's the big news. 99% time in range. It held through the day, which is absolutely awesome. I have 1% being above, which I think will be cleared out this evening. And then I might be at 100%. Okay, average sugar, we're hitting close to 8 again. My doctor is probably, hey, that's wonderful, great news. For me, not too happy with it. But I'm just going by the way I feel, and I'm feeling so much better. Today, sorry, my quilt's up around my head. I want to discuss know how you respond. Kind of very open-ended question, but stay tuned. We'll be right back. This channel is provided for informational purposes only. Contact your physician for any diagnostic or treatment plan. Okay, what do I mean by knowing how you respond? It's something very easy. You need to know how you're going to respond for your insulin, your food, your emergency treatments. I know in the past I have had a severe low, and then I've gone to emergency and they've said, oh no, we need to be more cautious. Sorry, something flashed across the screen. In that they're only going to give me so much of insulin after. It was something like 5 units. And I'm saying, no, 5 units isn't going to do anything. That's less than 2 hours of basal rate at that time. Could be a little different. But I know that it's got to at least be 10 to 20 units for me to stop getting close to DKA. This happened to me once. I was in an emergency room and I had a severe low, and I knew something was wrong. I didn't say anything because I wanted to get out of there. And because they didn't bring me my power chair when they brought me into emergency, I had to go home by ambulance. I got home, but as I was leaving there, I felt terrible. I kept feeling sicker and sicker. And what this was my body going into DKA. So when I got home, gave myself the correction unit, re-hooked up my pump, got that going. 2 to 3 hours later, I felt back to normal. Wasn't 100% better, but I felt better. So, what to do? Really? The big part comes when you're eating. Simple, okay? Eating, know what foods is going to drive your blood sugar through the roof. The glycemic index can help you with that, but again, we're not all the same. Some of us will have the blood sugars go through the roof, while others will just sort of sit there and be okay with it. Just take the normal insulin and they'll be fine. For me and an awful lot of other people, it is pizza, the fats, all the good stuff. It increased my blood sugar through the roof. It starts off and then you go up skyrocketing, and you wake up at 2 in the morning and you know things aren't right, and you spend all night trying to bring down that blood sugar. You may need to change what type of rate you are giving yourself insulin on those. Now, if you're on an older pump, mine is the 780, but if you're on an older pump, there were square waves, normal waves. There's a whole bunch of different ways to get your insulin. So, how are we going to ensure that things are going to work the best way for you? Is telling your doctor in sort of like, I don't want to say forceful, but showing that you have a very good understanding. And saying, well, first of all, I don't have a pump on right now. 5 units is not going to keep me out of going the other way. I came in here to treat low blood sugar. Now you're sending me out of here with very close to going to DKA and ending up having to come back here if I can't get it under control. So why don't we give myself some insulin, take a blood sugar, see what my current blood sugar is, and then give me the insulin required. Oh no, can't do that. I paid the price once. I didn't end up back, but I got feeling very sick and stopped that very quickly and moved on. So, we've talked about food, we've talked about medication. How about exercise? A lot of people will go and start a great exercise program and will go out there and do a lot of things and get out there and really exercise, and they won't do a modification on the pump. And the pump keeps giving them the insulin. And all of a sudden, you drop down. I got in the habit of, if I was going to do anything exercise related, if I had to go out, use my walker to go downstairs to get the mail or something, even that amount of exercise could send my blood sugars coming down. Now remember, I am not a doctor or medical professional in any means. So be wary of what I say, get it checked out with your doctor. But if you're knowing what your food's going to do with you, and if you're having a higher fat and you're unsure how things are going to go, you could start by giving so much insulin before the meal, and then have your meal, and then move it along. Again, check it out with your doctor. That's something that worked for me. Instead of taking the whole bowl and for some reason your dinner's late, you're not going to be as low, and chances are you're going to sit there and be able to hold on a bit longer. We've all been into a restaurant where you've ordered and the meal has taken a long time. You're going to try to keep your body out of a low blood sugar. Now, if you treatments for lows, if you're going to have the usual protocol, which would be, if you feel low, test. If you need to drink, have a, 1/4 cup of orange juice, wait 15 minutes, test again. If you're still low, do another form of fast-acting sugar. It actually works. For me, I have a different sort of plan, and one day I'll get you a copy of my plan, and we'll go over it and how I can, or how we manage my lows. And this seems to work, and we've used it before, and I knew it worked. We're just trying to modify it now that I'm in a facility so that I could get it all along. So, know where your insulin amounts and how your body's going to respond to them. Know about what you're eating. And again, how is your body going to respond to a high-fat diet versus one with less fats in it? Exercise. Going out for a run before dinner, is that going to lower your blood sugar? Are you going to come home and be low blood sugar and not being able to treat yourself? These are all things you really have to learn. Keep a diary of what you can eat, what you can't eat. The important thing is know what works best for you when you're having a low blood sugar. Is it the orange juice? Is it Coke? I can tell you a little clue here. For my lows, when I was really having issues with the lows, like being found unconscious, I would have, out of the 1 liter, I'd have half a liter of regular Coke. And that would bring up my blood sugar nicely. I may have to do a little correction later, but not too much. These are all things you need to know of how to respond. So learn how you respond. And with that, have a great day, and we'll talk again later. Bye now. My email is mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com. mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com.